Hello, good afternoon, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Kusnul Ashefah, in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is the moment of the raising at the red and the white flag on the outer island near Singapore. The Water and Air Police unit of the Karimun Police carried out action toward the steep hills to fly red and white flag on the border island, which is quite close to the water in the Malacca Strait. This is ordered to celebrate the 77th anniversary of the Republic of Indonesia. The Konghiu Besar Island is one of the islands belonging to Karimun Regency, Riau Island. This island, one of the border access which to close the Malacca Strait of the neighbor countries Singapore and Malaysia. Although passing the quiet strip train and climb his passing road, for instance, the stronger personnel of the Karimun Police set pillars is commanded by the Karimun Police headquarters, Adjutant Commissioner of Police Besar Samosir, to raise the flag. The Ministry of the Maritime Affairs and Environment held the flag ceremony underwater in West Sumatra waters until the BCL exhibition. Maritime Affairs and Environment will be held in series activity in Pesir in the Regency in Padang City, West Sumatra, to celebrate the 77th anniversary of Republic of Indonesia. Special Assistant to the Minister of Maritime Affairs and Environment to the Media to the Public Communication, Doni Ismanto, explained. The series of activity is a part and the route to Bulan Cinta Laut or BCL, which is a kick off the schedule for the next October. According to the hymn, the series of the activity in West Sumatra began implementation of an underwater flag ceremony in the water of the Maneh Pesir in the Regency on the 17th August 2022. The next news is Tourism Awareness Group flag ceremony on a boat. The Mountain Padang Tourism Awareness Group made preparatories for the ceremony, which is held on board on Wednesday, 17 August 2022. According to the TribunPadang.com's observation, the boat has been preparing by the activity committee today in contact to the 77th anniversary or Independent Day of Republic of Indonesia. Every president today will carry on in the Agustus 70 flag ceremony on the water in the boat in the Muaro Padang area. Participants in August 70, a flag and ceremony use life jacket to be safe and to avoid underwear things. Faula Islami, as the head of the Pokdarwis Gunung Padang, she said that the flag ceremony was to celebrate 77th birthday of Republic of Indonesia. He will be holding a flag ceremony on August 17 on the boat in the Muaro Padang area, currently making preparations. The Mountain Padang Tourism Awareness map purposes. This is a 70 August flag ceremony will be held to the from you later in the water of Muara Padang. The next news is President Jokowi leads of the proclamation ceremony at the Merdeka Palace. President Joko Widodo or Jokowi led a ceremony commemoration to the second of the Proclamation of the Independence of Republic of Indonesia at the Merdeka Palace. Meanwhile, Jokowi acted as ceremonial inspector of the ceremonication ceremony of the Proclamation of Independence of the Republic of Indonesia Wednesday. It is a note that the Republic of Indonesia 77 years Independence Day ceremony at the Merdeka Palace this year was the first to invite the public to recognize COVID-19 pandemic. In this year's ceremony, Jokowi wear traditional clothes of the Sulat Nate of the Dolma Ributon Sulawesi Sulawesi. Vice President Ma'ruf Amin and a number of the Minister of First Indonesia Cabinet were also present at the event. Starting with the Coordinating Minister from the Economy, Erlangga Hartanto, Coordinating Minister for the Investment and Maritime Affairs Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto, Finance Minister Sri Mulyani, Education and Research and Technology Minister Nadiem Makarim, to the ATR Minister Orhat Haji Tajoyo, they all wear traditional clothes. And the ceremony begins with the first trumpet belonging. After second trumpet below, the ceremonial troop then enter a ceremonial field. In this ceremony, Marine Colonel Andik Sri Mutia acted as ceremony partner. As for acting in ceremonial officer, namely Brigadier General of the Indonesian Armed Forces, Novi Helmi Prasetya. Meanwhile, Ibdewa Ayu Firsti Meta Dewangi, who is representative for the Central Java Province, was also chosen the bearer of the red and white flag. Currently, he is studying at the State High School to Kudus, while the other three from the group H who were tested to raising a flag were roughly Tri Aditama as the commander of the group H representing Central Kalimantan Province, Mario Adiaksa Sihombing as the flag bearer representing North Sumatra Province, and Bramantiariski Wiratama as the flag holders representing West Java Province. The next news is the Minister of the Home Affairs Tito Karnavian left footprint in the road. The Minister of the Home Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, or the Minister of Home Affairs Tito Karnavian, paid a working visit to the Rote Ndao Regency, East Nusa Tenggara Province, on the day ago 6, 2022. Minister of the Home Affairs Tito arrived in the North Ndao accompanied by his wife Tri Suswati using the Express Bahari 3C fast ship. There was something interesting about the arrival and Minister of the Home Affairs Tito and his trip before arriving at the Ba'a Harbor. The ship carrying the Minister of the Affairs Tito was secreted by a dozen of finishing motorboats from in the front of the Tulande Beach until they arrived at the port. All these finishing motorboats were decorated with accessories for the vibrant independence of the Republic of Indonesia, from the red and white flag to the colorful banners adorning the boat. Arriving at the Ba'a Harbor, the Minister of the Home Affairs, Tito, was greeted by the region of the Rote Ndao Paulina Haningpulu with her husband, Leonard Haning, and the full company of the Rote Ndao Regency. Meanwhile, the Minister of the Home Affairs, Tito, with his wife and entourage were greeted traditional route procession for the guest of honor, namely by the uploading a typical root woven blanket and wearing the root bread hat Ti Ilanga. The Minister of the Home Affairs Tito wara and typical and Rote people di Ilanga. Which was made in dried palm leaf and yellow-brown in color. Then, Sri Suswati was put on traditional Rote blanket and other accessories, such as a pulong baluk which was burdened head and accents habits accessory with the priestly wore and forced head. Meanwhile, the region of Rote Ndao Paulina heading Bulu, welcoming the Minister of the Home Affairs Tito to Rote, welcoming him. After welcoming the Minister of Home Affairs Tito with the entrance and traditional process, and the Minister of Home Affairs Tito and Sri Suswati were escorted to the official vessels with the Rote original dance with the Lukman Preparators Village Studio. The procession of the car was closely guarded by the Rote Ndao Police Traffic Unit. The delegation from the Minister of the Home Affairs and the region moved to the Ratu Ndao Regency office to the Lake Bridge and have lunches together. The next news is 421 corrupt convicts all over Indonesian jet remission. The Ministry of the Law and Human Rights remission of the reduced prison term to the hundreds of the thousands of prisoners on the 77th Independence Day and Republic of Indonesia on the Wednesday. Of the hundreds of thousands of the prisoners who received remission, 421 of the terms convict criminal and act of the corruption. The Directorate General of the Corruption at the Ministry of Law, Human Rights and Cite there is 121 corruption convicts were spread through Indonesia. Even for declared free badly, there is receiving a partial reduction remission, and however, Thurman did not mention all the lies and the name of the law. Previously, and Minister of the Law, Human Rights Yanisola Laoni is symbolically have a remission of the 168,000 prisoners took to Indonesia. The next news is instilling the cultural values of Tiara Nusa Volko did a high school world fashion show competition. In order to celebrate the 77th Independence Day of Republic Indonesia in 2022, Tiara Nusa Volsa Vocational School is Manggarai Regency held a Manggarai fashion show competition as a track race which was participated by the student. This activity took place at school ground in Jawan Gulu Kaltar Village, Wolsos District is Manggarai Regency on the Thursday, August 16, 2022. Present to the witness event, we are head of the Tiara Nusa Flores Foundation that trusts Guru, the teachers, staff, and students at the school. The student appraised the fashion show the Manggarai regional clothing, namely cloth, scarves, and the different staff's motif, as well as number of the Manggarai culture accessories. By operating in a pairs, man, woman appraised silky cloth and accessories. Their some swimming their bodies in the forming style that demonstrate with the typical Manggarai. Culture was about to hypnotize 1,000 of the players were present to the witness in a place in which this audience. The deputy head of the Tiara Nusa Borok Vocation School as the head of the committee, Herberatus Bond. on the cylinders of the activity. He explained that the activity was carried out in the general to inflate the 77 Indonesian in Independence Day 2022. This was also carried out based on the culture in the P&K office of the province or in Tito to all senior high school to the whole competition in the expectation school. As so far as particular, there are a number of the optionally traditional dance competition and regional traditional clothing competition. Therefore, he supported closing to Tenggara regional fashion show. And the last news is, grandfather of the Rote forces predator woman with disabilities. Ndao, 70 years old, a sexual predator grandfather, is likely to be in prison for a long time. Suspect of the decrease of the rape of human teenager, all women are disabled. In the region Lebong, we are Richard got with multiple layers of the article by investigator from the region Malacca Police risk. This resident of the Bermadi Uluraya district Kerjang Lebong Regency, Bengkulu, was charged with the article in conjunction with the Article 2070 in conjunction with Article 53 of the Criminal Code with a threat of 9 years in prison. Article 2020 in Article Accords explain wherever by the force a threat of violence forces someone to commit of law abuse acts to be carried out. Is a punishment committed to the act's law honor desired with the maximum sentence of the years. Meanwhile, Article 26 Criminal Code explains wherever committed of the scan with someone, even though he knows that his prison on considerable insignificant, will be sentenced to the in prison for the maximum of 7 years. Then Article 53 the Criminal Code explains why attempting to commit a criminal is the punishment. If intention this will has been proven will the beginning of the implementation, and implementation not complete is not solely due to his own will. 2. The maximum principal punishment for the crimes is trial to risk it by the 1/3. The victim parents are close friends of the suspect. We are the resident of Berni Uluraya Regency District, Rejang Lebong Regency, Bengkulu Province. They are with retired state civil operators guarding this school, has 4 children and 2 grandchildren. Well, I think all the news for today with me, Kusnul Ashaifa. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.